Have you ever heard of a saying? What's more lethal than the moonlight is the moonlight that has died. The light in the KTV box was dim, men and women were partying, and the atmosphere was filled with ambiguous vibes. Lin Yuan gazed at the man in the booth without any emotional ripples in her heart. That was Zhang Lu, the man she had been smitten with for 3 years. The arrival of hers made everyone feel awkward. Lin Yuan didn't care, he had never introduced her to his friends in these 3 years. She had always been in a very awkward position among them. But none of this was a big issue, as long as she could be by his side. She looked at the woman nestled in the man's arms, said nothing, just handed him the stuff in her hand. But when her hand touched the woman's face, she felt a moment of trance. It was like this again. Zhang Lu had a first love, and it's a well-known fact among their circle. How he couldn't get over that love was also well known. What was even more poignant was that her face resembled Zhang Lu's first love in some ways. And every single of Zhang Lu's girlfriends looked somewhat similar to his first love. But he just wouldn't accept Lin Yuan. He seemed to enjoy leading Lin Yuan on, watching her go crazy for him. Zhang Lu was a jerk, and Lin Yuan knew, but she just wanted to be by Zhang Lu's side, no matter in what capacity. Everyone called her pathetic and claimed she was a hopeless romantic. But she did not care. What you asked for? Finally, the man in front of her looked up at her. There's no denying that his face was arrogant, and the teardrop mole under his right eye drove people mad. The man's face was cocky, he had a spirit of defiance. Looking at Lin Yuan as if looking at some trash, he said with a mocking expression. Lin Yuan, why are you so pathetic? I asked you to buy a condom and you really went and bought it. Lin Yuan didn't speak, she just quietly sat down next to him. Seeing that the atmosphere was not quite right, the man on the other side hurriedly laughed to diffuse the awkwardness, and continued to liven up the atmosphere. Lin Yuan, holding a glass of juice, just sat quietly. Hey Luji, you have a mole above your eye. I didn't notice it for such a long time. It's quite attractive, the woman nestled in his arms said with novelty. The man lazily replied, Oh really? Yes. Wow, you have a mole above your eye. Let me see. The people nearby heard this and flocked to look at Zhang Lu's eyes. Zhang Lu playfully shoved them around and laughed. Enough, you guys. The woman at his side was being alluring as she asked, Luji, has anyone ever told you that your eyes are very pretty? Zhang Lu paused for a second, then glanced at Lin Yuan. He said, I guess they have. Lin Yuan, who was drinking her juice, froze a little. Indeed, there had been someone who said that. That was before their differences had escalated. Back then, Zhang Lu didn't treat her as badly as he did now. She would often stare at his face, particularly when he was smiling. Other than that, she would be looking into his eyes. He asked, Lin Yuan, why are you always staring at my face? Am I that good looking? Yes, you are very good looking. Compliments like these weren't new to him. He was used to hearing them, including Lin Yuan's this time. His heart wasn't greatly moved, but he continued the conversation anyway. So which part do you think is the best? My nose? My lips? My face? Or is it? Before he could finish talking, Lin Yuan's answer was already out. Your eyes. She was very serious when she said this. Your eyes are very beautiful. Zhang Lu was taken aback for a moment, then he said, Well, thank you for the compliment. The conversation ended there. It was a very ordinary conversation. Their relationship was neither too close nor too distant. They kept each other as friends. When did it change? Probably a year ago. After joining the company, Zhang Lu had been known for his flippant lifestyle, frequently changing girlfriends without ever building a real relationship. He had been with many girls, but Lin Yuan had always been good to him. Many people around them thought Lin Yuan liked him. Even he himself thought so. Zhang Lu actually came from a well-off family, but his parents wanted him to gain some life experience, so his true identity has never been revealed. As a man, he has strong pride, stepping away from his previous circle of rich friends. The friends he made now were all misfits. They all looked up to him, flattering each other every day. The one who received the most praise was Zhang Lu. Among the most presentable things was Lin Yuan's favor towards him. Others would say Lin Yuan was his adoring follower. They also said Lin Yuan could never leave him, as she was so into him. So Zhang Lu started to test Lin Yuan's bottom line bit by bit. His attitude towards her started from being respectful to a senior colleague of his company, then became friends, and it has gradually developed to what it is now. Lin Yuan truly never left him. His testing was successful. Lin Yuan stared at the glass of juice for a long time. Someone once told her that drinking alcohol harms the body. So other than drinking sessions, she would absolutely abstain from alcohol. She glanced at the group of people on the other side again. They were already on to the next topic. But the strong smell of alcohol around her could not be ignored. Lin Yuan suddenly wanted to go home. She pretended to check her phone and said to them, "I have something to do at the company. I'll leave first." No one responded to her. She waited for a bit and then walked out of the bar. The streets were packed with people bustling around. No one stopped. As the evening gradually turned dark, Lin Yuan aimlessly walked on the street bored. There was nothing really at the company. She just didn't want to stay in that place anymore. Suddenly, she noticed a crowd up front. It seemed like there was some kind of accident. She approached and asked what happened. The answer came from an auntie who was holding a basket of vegetables. "Oh my, there was a car accident. I don't know if the person will survive." A car accident? She looked up. Blood, there was blood everywhere. Miss, what's wrong with you?" Scenes rushed in her mind. Strawberries stained with blood scattered all over the ground. The out-of-control truck. The blood splattered on her face. And the boy lying on the ground. Everything was driving her to the brink of despair. Hey, calm down, Kizi." Lin Yuan sank to the ground, trembling, hands clutched around her head. Her eyes hollowed out, and she kept murmuring Kizi and blood. A young woman was trying to soothe her. When Lin Yuan came to her senses, she had already been taken away from the scene of the accident, and the one who had been accompanying her was that young woman. The woman was very beautiful, looking at Lin Yuan with a worried face. Lin Yuan looked at her, and for a moment she was in a daze. "I'm okay. Thank you. Do you have PTSD? PTSD. Post-traumatic stress disorder. Don't be scared. My name is Su Zenzhen. I'm a psychologist." Su Zenzhen. That was a familiar name. It seems to be the name of Zhang Lu's first love. "I'm sorry, Miss Su." The woman in front of her smiled. "It's all right if you don't want to talk about it. Here's my card. Feel free to reach out if you need anything, of course. If you already have a psychologist, just ignore what I said. She's a woman with a very good personality. It's no wonder that Zhang Lu liked her." Lin Yuan took her card. Su Zenzhen was right. She indeed had post-traumatic stress disorder. During that time, she locked herself at home, dared not go out, and would go crazy at the sight of cars or strawberries. After lengthy psychological counseling, she gradually improved. But it was only a slight improvement. Until now, she couldn't look at strawberries. Lin Yuan got home, lay on her bed, and remained in a daze for a while before she got up to pour herself a cup of water. She put the cup of water on the table, looking at a photo in the album by her bed. She and a boy were in the photo. In the photo, she was all smiles, leaning her head on the boy's shoulder. The boy was holding her, bringing her close, flipping off the camera in an arrogant pose. His eyebrows raised, a playful expression on his face. The boy's facial features resembled Zhang Lu somewhat, even the slight curve of his eyes when he smiled. And the boy also had a very faint mole above his eye. It's not visible in the photo, but she could never forget how he looked. The boy was clearly more handsome than Zhang Lu. Zhang Lu. In this world, you're not the only one with a first love. Lin Yuan dreamed of her first encounter with Kiki. It was the first day of high school registration, and she was walking around the campus, a little lost. At that moment, she heard a voice. "Kiki, you're a jerk. You'll get your comeuppance." When she turned around, she saw a pretty, stubborn girl with red-rimmed eyes staring at a boy in front of her. The boy had his back to Lin Yuan, and she couldn't see his expression, but she could clearly gauge his impatience. "Look, lady, how many times do I have to say this? It wasn't me you were dating online, but my stupid friend who used my picture to deceive you. And honestly, how did you find my school? Also, it's a bit shameful to be in pursuit of a younger guy like me. Don't you think?" The youth's voice was melodious and pleasing. Aha, so this wasn't the usual tale of a scumbag ditching a decent girl. Then you be my boyfriend. Wow, this girl was pretty unreasonable. No, I don't like you. I need to stay pure for my future wife. Hearing the young man's nonchalant tone made Lin Yuan a little irritated, not to mention the girl. Sure enough, the girl stormed off, and the boy seemed to breathe a sigh of relief. A breeze blew, turning the boy around, and Lin Yuan saw a face that could cause the downfall of a city. Leaves rustled in the wind and a few fell in front of her. Lin Yuan thought she now understood why that girl was so obstinate about this boy. Excuse me. His nonchalant tone. How do I get to the first year's classroom? That was their first encounter. Lin Yuan was woken up by the ringing of her mobile phone. She was somewhat irritated, not pleased with having her dream interrupted. The call was from Zhang Lu. After contemplating for a moment, she finally answered. Damn it, Lin Yuan, where are you? Lin Yuan frowned but spoke. I'm at home. What's wrong? What happened? I rear-ended someone. Hurry up and bring some money to sort it out. Zhang Lu's voice was very impatient. No, I won't come. How much money do you need? I'll send it to you. Without objection, Zhang Lu asked Lin Yuan for 50,000 yuan. Lin Yuan didn't even ask the extent of the damage that would cost 50,000. She just transferred the money. Her rare dream had been interrupted, and it made her very angry. But she didn't blame Zhang Lu. He still had some purpose. Even if he was just a sham, he was still a tolerable solace. After hanging up the phone, she couldn't fall asleep again, so she went to her study room. There was a somewhat old teddy bear on her office desk. That was a gift from Kiki. She fiddled with the teddy bear carefully for a while before gently placing it on the desk. In the drawer, there was a diary. Watching the familiar handwriting on the first page, her eyes gradually reddened. Qi Zhao Qi's Love Diary. March 13th, 2016. I think I'm starting to like Lin Yuan. What should I do? Really, why am I so apprehensive? March 15th, 2016. I brought breakfast to Lin Yuan today. She ate it and she was delighted. I can consider doing this for her every day. March 18th, 2016. A guy in our class asked Lin Yuan a question today. Really, why did he ask for so long? How irritating. When I went to ask her, she wouldn't explain to me. Tears finally fell from Lin Yuan's eyes when she saw this. Dumbass, your grades are even better than mine. How could you possibly not know such a simple problem? She continued to flip through the diary. March 21st, 2016. Teased Lin Yuan today. She seemed to be angry and hard to appease. But the way she blushes is really cute. March 24th, 2016. A boy gave Lin Yuan a love letter today. I saw it. I threw his love letter in the trash. Lin Yuan is mine. March 29th, 2016. Damn, a boy is chasing after Lin Yuan. Dare to steal my girl? Is he courting death? March 30th, 2016. I have decided I will chase after Lin Yuan. April 6th, 2016. Is it so unbelievable that I am chasing you, Lin Yuan? Come on, it's been a week and you only just found out. Is it that you're too slow or I'm really bad at chasing after people? November 16th, 2016. Finally got Lin Yuan. The little girl was quite hard to chase after. You're captured by me, kid. November 18th, 2016. Held her hand today. It's so small and soft. So adorable. I'm happy. November 23rd, 2016. She's so cute. She's tiny and soft, and her lips are like jelly. What to do, Lin Yuan? I think I like you even more now. December 24th, 2016. Today is Christmas Eve. I picked the biggest and reddest apple for Lin Yuan. She was so delighted. And I was too. December 25th, 2016. Merry Christmas, Lin Yuan. January 1st, 2017. Stupid Lin Yuan, how can you say that nobody wants you? I want you. I love you, and I will spoil you for the rest of my life after we get married. Lin Yuan, Happy New Year. You will always be my darling. January 27th, 2017. I miss Lin Yuan so much. I snuck out to celebrate New Year's Eve with her. Her eyes lit up when she saw me. She's so adorable. January 28th, 2017. Happy New Year, Lin Yuan. Once you agree to marry me, no take-backs, or else I will bite you. June 7th, 2017. Today is the college entrance examination. Time flies so fast, we will be taking the examination next year. Lin Yuan, I love you. September 1st, 2017. We're senior high school students now. I can't be too clingy to Lin Yuan. I have to study hard after the college entrance examination. Let me copy your college application choices, Lin Yuan. June 5th, 2018. The college entrance exam is about to come. Lin Yuan doesn't allow me to see her. I feel aggrieved. After the exam, I will kiss her to death. June 10th, 2018. The college entrance examination is over. I squatted outside Lin Yuan's house to wait for her. She actually said that I looked like a silly dog when I ran happily. Angry, so I held her down and kissed her for half an hour. July 1st, 2018. I made Lin Yuan angry. I tried to appease her for a couple of days, but she's still mad at me. She finally agreed to go out with me tomorrow. I have to perform well tomorrow. Let's see if she will stop being angry. The diary abruptly came to an end here. Lin Yuan finally broke down and started to cry. This diary was the personal belongings that had been found in Kiki's room after his death. Ki's mother had handed it over to Lin Yuan after finding it. The beautiful woman had tears-filled eyes, and she seemed to have more wrinkles overnight. Since Kiki passed away, Ki's mother has never blamed Lin Yuan. When Lin Yuan asked her why, Ki's mother said, "Because you are Ki's most cherished treasure. If I were to blame you, he would feel very sad." She did not dare to open the diary that time. After finally reading it all now, the longing that she had suppressed for many years finally erupted. Kiki's death actually had something to do with her. On July 2nd, 2018, Kiki had been trying to cheer her up all day. He was being playful, coaxing her, using every trick. In the end, Lin Yuan told him, "If you buy strawberries for me from the fruit shop across the street, I will forgive you." Kiki went, but he did not come back. Kiki had carefully picked strawberries for a long time and was standing across the road foolishly smiling at her. It was just a few steps across that road. He wanted to get to his beloved girl as quickly as possible. When he finally saw the traffic light, he couldn't wait to cross the road, but a truck that lost control was coming directly at him. The strawberries were scattered all over the road. Blood was all over the ground, and Kiki never got up again. He did not marry his beloved girl. The driver was drunk, and Kiki died on the spot. Lin Yuan didn't know what was going on with her at that time. Her brain went blank, her body was shaking, and she didn't even dare to look at the young man's blood-soaked face. She thought how capricious she was. She didn't really want to eat strawberries. And besides, the strawberries weren't even in season. Because of her rash demands, Kiki died. No one loved her anymore. Their quarrel had been normal, just a casual squabble between lovers. If she had given in earlier, would he have survived? If she hadn't made that demand, would he have avoided being run over? But there are no ifs. She wished that she had been the one who died. Kiki, how could you be so cruel? How did you leave her alone? Lin Yuan cried for a long time. She did not know how she fell asleep. Today was Zhanglu's birthday. Lin Yuan got up early in the morning to attend Zhanglu's birthday party. She didn't have much energy to curry favor with him, so she had just bought a random gift for him on the way. They hadn't seen each other for a week already. When Lin Yuan arrived, the lively atmosphere suddenly went stiff. Lin Yuan did not pay it any mind as she walked forward to find Zhanglu. Then she froze. Zhanglu was kissing another woman. This wouldn't be the first time such a thing had happened. In fact, she came across it often. But for some reason, she felt a bit disturbed this time. The two people who were passionately kissing realized that something was off and stopped. Zhanglu saw Lin Yuan, but he didn't have much of a reaction. Lin Yuan glanced at the woman and paused, then asked, "Where's the girl from a few days ago?" Zhanglu casually answered, "Broke up." He lit a cigarette, put it in his mouth and looked up at her. It was quite dim where Lin Yuan was standing, so no one could see her expression. They could only hear her voice. "How old are you this year?" Zhanglu furrowed his brows. 26. 26, huh? 26. She walked forward and put the gift on the table. "I'll leave the gift here first. I have something else to do today, so I'm leaving early." Lin Yuan left. Zhanglu looked at her retreating figure, feeling that something was a bit off. She seemed different from before. The atmosphere stiffened once again due to the inexplicable conversation between Lin Yuan and Zhang Lu. Lin Yuan didn't even know how old Zhang Lu was turning this year. Another man on the side sensed that the atmosphere was not right, so he quickly tried to lighten the mood. Lu, why don't we see what Lin Yuan got for you? Thinking about the gift Lin Yuan brought for him, Zhang Lu's mouth corner lifted up. Opening the box, he found a 100,000 yuan's worth wristwatch. Wow, that's generous. Lu, you're so awesome. Looking at the watch, Zhang Lu wasn't exactly thrilled. Lin Yuan typically handmade something for him in the past. This time it was just a wristwatch bought from the store. No matter, perhaps she felt that the handmade gift wasn't presentable enough. Thinking this, Zhang Lu felt cheerful again. Lin Yuan did indeed have plans for today. She made an appointment with her former psychiatrist. After many years, she sat in front of him once again. Miss Lin, are you saying that you currently have no special feelings towards that man in your heart? He asked. Yes, sometimes I even feel annoyed when I see him. The man thought for a moment. Then we should abandon this method of therapy. Have you ever thought about going back and having a look? Going back and having a look. Seeing what differences there are between her current self and her former self's psychological state. She looked at the invitation sent to her by her high school teacher on her phone. It was the anniversary celebration of her secondary school. They wanted to invite her to speak on stage as a representative of the outstanding students. She thought she might really attend. Lin Yuan stayed at home for several days, flipping through her diary over and over again. On the last page of her diary, she saw a line of words. The boy's handwriting was sharp and arrogant, just like him, but it was serious and earnest. Qi Zhaoqi promises to love Lin Yuan for a lifetime. We will definitely get married. The date underneath was their first day together. Lin Yuan read this sentence with tears in her throat. So he had been wanting to marry her for so long. Qi truly did love her for a lifetime. He died at the age of 18. He died in the year they loved each other the most. He never got to marry the girl he loved. But Lin Yuan will never forget him for the rest of her life. There will never be a second Qi. There will never be another man who loves her so much. Aki, I miss you so much. In the silent night, she cried hopeless tears once again. Some days later, Lin Yuan went out again. She was going to resign. 4 years ago, she came to this unfamiliar city, alone. 4 years later, she returned to her hometown, once again alone. She had no plans to return. She returned her rented house, sold her furniture, packed her bags, resigned her job and boarded a flight back to a city. She left quietly. Brother Lu. Songwen looked at the distraught man in front of him, helpless. A month ago, Lin Yuan disappeared suddenly. It was as if she had evaporated from the face of the earth. Nobody could find her. They all thought Lin Yuan was merely a lovelorn girl. But only upon seeing Zhang Lu's current state did they realize that Lin Yuan had long since infiltrated his life. Songwen, did I go too far? Watching the despondent man in front of him, Songwen couldn't bear it. Brother Lu, don't be like this. Don't you like Su Zenzhen? She's back now. Let me take you to see her, all right? I don't want to. Lin Yuan will get mad. Brother Lu. Songwen, can you give her a call? I was blocked by her. If you call her, she'll definitely answer. But Brother Lu, I don't even have her number. I'll tell you. Zhang Lu suddenly realized that he didn't know Lin Yuan's number either. He always found Lin Yuan annoying. He didn't even save her number. They always communicated through WeChat. But he was blocked, and Songwen and the others didn't have Lin Yuan's contact information. Only now did he realize how thoroughly Lin Yuan had infiltrated his life. Yet he didn't understand her at all. Songwen's phone beeped. He opened his phone to check. His pupils dilated. Brother Lu. The man on the ground stood up immediately. What happened? Is there any news about her? Songwen gritted his teeth and handed him the phone. See for yourself. The phone displayed a chat record that Chen Wei had sent. He said that he had a friend who was Lin Yuan's high school classmate. That friend said Lin Yuan had a boyfriend in high school. Perfect grades, very handsome, devoid of any bad habits, the ideal boyfriend. More importantly, he loved Lin Yuan very much. That boy died in a car accident shortly after their college entrance examination. And Zhang Lu, he bore some resemblance to that boy. The most striking similarity was in their eyes. He even sent 2 photos. Both were candid shots, probably found on some campus network, and were somewhat blurry. The first was a photo of a boy. He was wearing a school uniform, walking. The people next to him were talking, but he didn't participate in the discussion. His mind seemed to be elsewhere. His face bore some resemblance to Zhonglu's. His eyes were very dark and his school uniform was neat and tidy. A model good student. The second photo was of 2 people. The girl was Lin Yuan. She was still very naive at that time and very different from now. Her face was blushing as the boy in front of her smiled happily. His eyes curved. His smile was similar to Zhonglu's. No, it should be said that Zhonglu's smile was similar to his. According to that person, the boy's name was Qi. Zhonglu suddenly remembered the tattoo on the inside of Lin Yuan's arm. It was the phonetic spelling of Qi. So he was just a replacement. First, Lin Yuan went to see Qi. 9 years. She had always been afraid to see him. The boy in the photo was as arrogant as ever. An 18-year-old who was proud and aloof, but who would drop his pride in front of her to ask for a kiss in a shamelessly cute way. Lin Yuan recalled an incident from long ago. It was one day after they got together. The moment the school bell rang for lunch, all the students at school swarmed out of their classrooms and raced towards the cafeteria. That day, Qi mysteriously told her not to head to the cafeteria so early and to follow him instead. Lin Yuan did as told. Turns out, Qi had secretly ordered takeout food. The boy was seeking for praise with an eager face that made Lin couldn't help but both laugh and cry. Fairly speaking, Qi was not a model student. On the contrary, he wrote a lot of self-criticism papers. But he never changed, making him a student that the teachers loved and hated. In the end, Qi did not wait for his girlfriend's praise, but was greeted with an angry scolding. Qi, what are you doing again? It was the Dean of Discipline. The 2 were then invited to the office for a tea-chat. They were kept after school to write self-criticism papers. Each time when the Dean of Discipline was not around, Qi would cheekily steal a kiss from Lin. This would make Lin's face turn red, and his own ears would also be blushing. Thinking of this, Lin Yuan laughed. She placed the flowers she was holding next to the tombstone. Qi, I met someone who looks a lot like you. His persona is also very similar. I miss you so much that I stayed by his side for 3 years. You must be mad, I know. The boy, if he were still alive, would definitely say to her, Lin Yuan, don't you know that I'm one of a kind? Of course you are one of a kind, Qi. Actually, after thinking about it, he is not that similar to you. You love spicy food, but he doesn't eat spicy food at all. You love sweets, but he finds them too rich. You love to wear white clothes, but he prefers to wear black. The most important point is, he is really a jerk, Qi. I still like you the most after all. The woman squatted in front of the grave, talking continuously about her experiences over the years. Finally, she stopped, the corners of her mouth no longer curved upwards. She looked at the boy in the photo and murmured, I really miss you. She stayed squatted in front of the grave for a long time. When her legs went numb, she would stand up, and then squat down again, unable to bear leaving. Yuan. Lin Yuan heard a familiar voice and lifted her head to look in the direction of the sound. It was Qi's mother. Lin Yuan followed Qi's mother home. A few years ago, Qi's mother gave birth to a little girl named Qian. She originally didn't want to have another child. The pain of losing a child was too deep, but the Qi family needed an heir. So Qi's father and the Qi family persuaded her for a long time. Even her friends were advising her to have another child. It seemed like everyone thought that the cure to losing a child was to have another one, but she didn't have that much energy. She didn't have much affection for this child. Qian was simply being raised by the head of the Qi family. Do you want to see her? Lin Yuan looked at the middle-aged woman in front of her who no longer had the beauty she used to possess, and nodded. Lin Yuan had been missing for 9 years. Since the death of Qi, she had changed her university choice and went somewhere else. No one knew where she had gone. The Lin family wished they didn't have such a daughter. Every month they would simply deposit the living expenses into her account. No one looked for her or asked if she was doing well. Did Qi's mother hate her? The answer was definitely yes. Otherwise, Why would she not have looked for her or asked about her for so many years? Because her own son liked Lin. The only thing she could do in the end was to ignore, acting as if this person did not exist. Lin Yuan didn't blame her. After all, it was indeed her who harmed Kiki. Lin Yuan arrived at the Qi family main house. She met Qianxian, a chubby 3 or 4-year-old child who has a resemblance with Kiki. The kid's voice was milk-like, calling her pretty sister. Lin Yuan spent a long time playing with Qianxian. The little one liked her a lot. "Sister, are you the girl my brother really likes?" Lin Yuan paused for a moment. Nian, how did you know about your brother?" "Every year, Mom takes me to see my brother. Mom said, my brother is different from others. I can only talk to him, but I can't hear his voice. It's okay, Nian can talk a lot with my brother, even if I can't hear his voice, because Nian likes brother." Lin Yuan gently patted Qianxian's head and whispered, "Sister likes brother a lot too. Do you like him a lot?" "Yes, very much." The little bun looked at Lin Yuan with an innocent face, then raised a brilliant smile. "Because brother is very excellent." "Yes, brother is excellent." Lin Yuan put Qianxian to sleep and said goodbye to the people in the main house. Grandpa Qi and Grandma Qi knew about her relationship with Kiki. Before leaving, they told Lin Yuan, "Child, it's not your fault." Lin Yuan didn't say anything, just gave them a smile and left. How can it not be his fault? For so many years, she regrets every night. She shouldn't have had a tantrum with Kiki. She shouldn't have let him go buy strawberries. She should have held him back and kept him by her side. But no, Kiki is dead. There's no such thing as shouldn't. There's no cure for regret in the world, no matter how much she regrets it. Lin Yuan returned to the Lin family. She saw her father and her so-called stepmother. What Lin Yuan told Kiki was true. No one loved her. Her parents didn't love her. And because of the rumors spread by her half-sister, she didn't have any friends at school. She ignored her stepmother and sister's disgusted eyes and went straight upstairs. The room was almost empty. The only clothes she left behind were shredded by Lin Jinjin. She ignored the torn clothes and fell asleep on the bed. She had a dream. It was a sunny afternoon. After lunch, she returned to her seat. As expected, her book was thrown in the trash. There was more garbage on the table, and some unknown liquid on the stool. She settled everything, sat down to write the test paper, and found the paper full of insulting words. Slit, whore, these were light terms, and worse was titch. Lin Yuan was silent for a while, without any reaction. She was about to throw away the examination paper, but it was snatched away by a pair of fair hands. "Lin Yuan, how can you be so calm?" It was Kiki. At that time, they were not together yet. The love-filled, justice-driven teenage boy had never encountered such a situation. That day, in front of all the students, he found the prankster and beat them up badly, though he had to read out self-criticism under the flag. The cocky boy did not read the prepared critique. He said, "The fault is indeed mine for hitting people, but I will not apologize. When they apologize for the people they bullied, that's when I'll apologize. Don't assume everyone will choose to ignore and accept. I won't spare them. Also, Lin Yuan from first class, first grade is under my protection. Whoever bullies her, I'll bully them, regardless of gender." In the end, he was driven down by the furious principal. But Lin Yuan could never forget the boy standing under the flag, vowing to protect her. In the end, the school seriously investigated the bullying event, and since then, no one in the school ever dared to bully her again. When she woke up again, she was faced with her father's questioning. "Where have you been all these years? Do you really think you don't have a father? Have you grown wings now that you're grown up? I'm telling you, Lin Yuan, you are born a Lin and you will die a Lin." Lin Yuan quietly listened to her father's scolding, looking at Lin's distorted face and the mocking eye of Lin Jinjin and that woman. She suddenly found it quite uninteresting. When Lin's father was out of scoldings, she spoke. "Have you finished scolding yet? I'm leaving," before closing the door. What she heard was something crashing against the door, and her father's vigorous curses and the comfort whispers of that woman. Walking along the street, Lin Yuan suddenly felt bored about life. She went to her middle school, the alma mater of her and Kiki. The next day would be the school anniversary ceremony. She wanted to see her teachers first. Now it was after school. There was a constant flow of young boys and girls at the gate, full of youthful vigor, clean and still immature. She saw students still holding books after school. She saw his friends teasing him as a nerd. She saw young couples blushing even at the mere act of holding hands. When everyone else was gone, she told the guards and entered the school. Looking at her back, the old man sighed. Poor girl. Lin Yuan asked for the locations of the teachers and school leaders and planned to find them. After discussing the process of the next day's speech, they took a walk in the school. They talked a lot along the way, mainly about praises and that Lin Yuan was now a successful lady. They passed by the honor board of the school over the years. She noticed the conspicuous boy right away. With time passed, the honor board has been there for some time. The picture was a bit old. But the principal told her that they had printed a new one and would change to the new one tomorrow. The old picture was almost unclear. Time to change something clearer. 9 years, the face of the boy was still clear in her mind. She stared at the photo for a long time. The boy's face was delicate, smiling arrogantly. Below was his introduction. For the school year 2017 to 2018, Kiki from Senior 3. First class is awarded the Physics Scholar of XX Province. In late June 2018, after they checked their college entrance examination results, they were so excited that they couldn't sleep all night. The boy ran to her house downstairs all excited, held her and spanned multiple circles, saying, "We can apply for the same university." In fact, their grades were quite similar. Going to the same university was completely feasible. But the genuine excitement was indescribable when they really knew this news. But he hadn't had the chance to go to the same university with her. Later on, Lin Yuan didn't go to the promised university either. She changed her dream university and went to another city. This might be what people called regret. She didn't even go to that dreamy university in the end. Nor did she go to that carefully picked city. Lin Yuan wiped off the dirt on the photo with her hand and looked at the photo next to the boys. That was her. Principal Li said it was arranged by him. Oh, Principal Li was the one who always caught Kiki. When the sun went down, Lin Yuan declined the invitation from the teachers and leaders to have dinner. She met an unexpected person. It was Zhang Lu. Zhang Lu gazed at the woman in front of him for a long time before speaking. "Can we talk?" His voice was hoarse, his face somewhat pale. His overall state wasn't looking good. After pondering for a moment, Lin Yuan agreed. Inside the restaurant, Zhang Lu struggled for a long time. Finally, he broke the silence. "Have you been okay these days?" "I've been quite good. What's up?" Hearing her somewhat cold response, Zhang Lu forced a bitter smile. He had never really felt much affection from Lin Yuan towards him. Yet other people's actions of disparaging Lin Yuan and praising him greatly fed his ego. Even he himself gradually lost himself in these feelings. I miss you." "Zhang Lu, don't be like this." As if not hearing her words, Zhang Lu continued on his own. "I've been looking for you like crazy. I'm really worried about you. Thankfully you're okay, otherwise I don't know how I could go on. I apologize for how I've acted towards you in the past. Yuan, it took me this long to realize that the person I'm in love with is actually you." Lin Yuan didn't speak, just silently watched him as he spoke. The man's voice became choked with emotion. Then he began to sob, eventually unable to articulate a full sentence. "Lin Yuan, why are you so heartless? What? What can I do to compete with a dead man? Treat me a bit better, just a little please. Isn't it about a replacement? You can treat me as his substitute." Lin Yuan paused for a moment before saying, "Zhang Lu, this isn't about being a substitute. I can't do that, it's unfair to you. And besides, weren't we originally just using each other?" Zhang Lu's heart gave a painful twitch. "What do you mean by using each other? So you won't fall for me? What was it to you when you were with me before?" "You." Lin Yuan cut him off. "Zhang Lu, do you remember the first time we met?" Suddenly, the man's thoughts returned to 3 years ago. That was the second year Lin Yuan started working, and his first year on the job. He was confronted by the girl that he had mistreated. Lin Yuan happened to see it as she passed by. She stood there watching quietly for a long time. In the end, it was her who stepped forward to help him resolve his predicament, and she helped him deal with the rumors within the company. Was he grateful to her? He should have been. But eventually, his gratitude was overshadowed by his arrogance. He enjoyed Lin Yuan's courtship, so he insulted and trampled on her dignity. What did that girl say to him again? Oh yes, she said. What goes around comes around. And I hope karma comes for you, Zhang Lu. He didn't take it to heart, but now it seems it was finally his turn. When Zhang Lu was about to leave, he asked Lin Yuan, "Can I pursue you? That's your freedom, but remember, I won't fall in love with you, Zhang Lu." Zhang Lu smiled and said, "That's fine." Lin Yuan took one last look at him and left. On the second day, she went to attend the school anniversary celebration. The ceremony went normally, without any accidents. The honor board indeed had new photos attached, no longer as blurred as before. After her speech, as she was about to step down, suddenly, a student loudly asked, "Senior, have you had a puppy love?" Lin Yuan paused for a moment, picked up the microphone and smiled at the students. "Yes, I've had puppy love." The crowd erupted with laughter. Some of the teachers in the know started to break a sweat. There was no further talk about this topic. The dean stopped the students and asked Lin Yuan to step down. The matter was then put to rest. The dean expressed his apologies to her, after all, during the procedure. He had stated that there would be no personal questions. Lin Yuan said that it was okay. Lin Yuan had moved out of the Lin's residence a few days ago, found a place to stay and got a new job. Zhang Lu came to see her every day. He really started to pursue Lin Yuan as he claimed. However, after all, he was not a resident of City A, and he often had to fly back and forth between two cities. That was not a big issue. Zhang Lu was never short of money. Lin Yuan was just muddling through each day. More than once, she told Zhang Lu, "Don't waste your time on me. Maybe one day, I might not be able to hold on." For the first time since they reunited, Zhang Lu made an overstep. His eyes turned red as he looked at Lin Yuan and said, "Don't say things like that, Lin Yuan. I beg you, okay?" Looking at him, Lin Yuan eventually nodded. One day, Lin Yuan met a high school classmate. The classmate was very excited to see her. Lin Yuan was not close to him. They could only have a brief chat. "Ah, are you and Kiki still together? You guys were so sweet in high school. You were the envy of everyone." Lin Yuan's eyelashes twitched. "No, we're not together." The classmate was stunned. "What? Really? Back then, just the way you two looked at each other fed us a lot of dog food. And now you've broken up? What's the reason? It can't be his fault, can it?" "No, he passed away accidentally after the college entrance examination." The classmate stopped short. He was full of apology. I'm sorry." "It's okay." Lin Yuan didn't continue the conversation with him. She left after saying goodbye. So that's how they appeared in the eyes of others during high school. The new year was approaching. Zhang Lu had to return to City L. Before leaving, he said to Lin Yuan, "Will you wait for me to come back?" Lin Yuan neither agreed nor refused. She was silent. In the end, Zhang Lu obstinately wanted an answer. Lin Yuan just calmly said to him, "Zhang Lu, go home." Zhang Lu went home. He could not refuse Lin Yuan's request. On New Year's Eve, while people were cheering and celebrating, Lin Yuan did not return to the Lin's. That place was no longer her home. Listening to the laughter outside and watching the Spring Festival Gala on TV, she found herself once again unable to sleep. As the clock slowly pointed to midnight, the Spring Festival Gala began the countdown. Accompanied by New Year's greetings, her phone buzzed twice. There was a timed video and a Happy New Year from Zhang Lu. Her heart pounded hard and fast. She didn't check Zhang Lu's message, but opened the video instead. The video was of a familiar teenager. "Hello Lin Yuan, I am the 18-year-old Kiki. It's the first day of 2018 now, and for you it should be the first day of 2028. Do you miss me, Yuan? Are we married now? We must have married after all, I love you so much. Do we have a baby? A boy or a girl? Never mind, whether a boy or girl, I like both. Lin Yuan, do you still love me as always? If not, I will be very angry and might bite you. If the future Kiki bullies you, you just hit him. Of course, you can also ask for help. I have told my mom long ago that if we have any conflicts after marriage, she will definitely stand on your side without hesitation. This year we will take the college entrance examination. We will definitely be admitted to the same school, right? Let's go to S University that you like so much. I don't mind as long as you are there. Lin Yuan Yuan, as long as you are with me, you will have endless love. Qi Zhao Qi will never let you down. So, goodbye for now, give me a real hug in reality. Also, Happy New Year Lin Yuan Yuan, I will always love you. Lin Yuan in front of the phone was already in tears. There is no future for us, Kiki. I wish we could get married. I miss you so much. Lin Yuan had prepared everything. On this night when everyone was celebrating the new year, she slit her wrists, heading off to find her beloved from the years of her youth. Her mental health had never fully recovered. She thought she would forget Kiki. She thought she would eventually accept the fact that Kiki was dead. But no, she thought she was normal. But after another psychological counseling session, she found that she had not changed much. She had made up her mind before coming back and had not contacted her psychologist again. She was prepared to die. She had purchased a burial plot, donated assets, and written a suicide note. She could not forget Kiki, and she could not accept Zhang Lu. Even at her final moment, she never once thought about Zhang Lu. In the suicide note, she did not mention Zhang Lu. Just like that girl had said, what goes around comes around. On New Year's Eve, Zhang Lu lost his love forever, and Lin Yuan finally summoned the courage to meet her love from the younger years. In a trance, there seemed to be a white figure. In the white light stood a young man. He stood in the light, looking at Lin Yuan with a pained expression. He said, "Does it hurt, Yuan Yuan?"